Hi there, it's Backwater J. Or rather, it has been. It's complicated. Many of you know that I took a hiatus from videos back in November. I did not intend for it to be this big of a break, but it's been a time in my life where I need a good deal of introspection, prayer, and reflection. Those of you that have had me in your thoughts and prayers, thank you. I appreciate it more than words can express. This video will be released after I've told some people in person. If you're not on that list, please don't take it personally, as each of these conversations has been something of an internal struggle, and at some point it's expedient to just make an announcement and be done with it. So ripping the band-aid off here, turns out I'm trans. More specifically, I'm a non-binary trans woman, and I go by Astrid Lenore. My pronouns are she, he, anything you want really, as long as it isn't plural. I know, this shocked the hell out of me too. I've been going through a lot of therapy around the issue, and I've come to realize I felt this way since I was young, and then spent most of the past 40 years repressing it because it was sinful and an affront to God. I've since come to realize this perception was based on societal construct and not scriptural truth. Having spent most of my life studying scripture, I can tell you confidently what it says about being trans. Or rather, what it doesn't say, as it's not mentioned once in all 66 books, despite gender-bending practices being fairly common back then as now. In fact, cross-dressing is only mentioned once in Deuteronomy. Yes, the part of Scripture many Christians will say that's Old Covenant, it doesn't apply to me, in the specific context of Canaanite religious practices. I'm not here to be on the defensive about who I am. I'm just trying to give you an idea about the kind of obstacles I've had. 40 years of repressing a big part of yourself is a long time, and old habits definitely die hard. But I've reached the stage in my life where I've come to fully embrace Astrid, to the point where I'm working on getting her seen. Which, yes, is a little scary. So, am I turning my back on Jay, the person I've actually been the majority of my life? In a word, no. My masculine self is an important part of me. Rather, I'm embracing the rest of me. What you're going to see moving forward is the same person I've always been, just happier and more honest. Speaking of which, this is Astrid. So yes, I'm going to be working toward presenting as female, which is a bit of a process. In the real world, you can't just snap your fingers like that, particularly when you're living hand to mouth. There's any number of issues around wardrobe, social transitioning, possibly legal name changes and whatnot, most of which I'm still figuring out. Not to mention I'm under no illusions about passing. I'm an Amazon for sure. Even finding shoes that fit is tough. So this is very much a step of faith, and not everyone is going to understand or accept it. For my part, I understand and accept that people will react that way. Sometimes people I'm close to. This is something I need to do anyway. So, as pertains to the channel, I feel the Backwater J brand is not fully representative of who I am. So I'm starting a new channel under the handle Astrid Lenore. That's youtube.com/@AstridLenore. I'll link it up here and also in the video description. I don't expect all of you to follow me there, but welcome you nonetheless. I'll likely be focusing more on the music, particularly with my new band Last Mile, and I'll do my best to videograph that and put it up for your amusement. Anyway, thanks for sticking with me as long as you have. Have a blessed day, and I hope to see you on the new channel. Stay beautiful.